Yo. We back again. You know we never slacking off. Judah Ben. Yo. Ladies and gents, get prepared for another greater event. If you never linked, then make an attempt. On Fridays, there's really no other way to be spent. Tune in, hit the link, and leave likes and comments. Welcome to TD Sports Talk. Here we bring sports and entertainment weekly. They break it down deeply. Come peep me as I spit, leave most confused. Pay attention while I introduce the host and crew. Starting off, we got Tommy the host. He plugged in, his predictions transparent like a ghost. Yo, I think that he been doing this the most. He first joined in March 2013. His resume was first seen. Then we got the co-host, Mr. Socrates. His analogy surgical like a doctor squeeze. The live show was nasty like a dirty beer. Tommy and Sock, they've been friends for over 30 years. Peep me, we got the final host D-Free from out of DC. You need to wake up, you sleepy. If you're checking out the live, then you feel the vibes. Like the video, subscribe, get notified. Take a picture, cause this moment should be polarized. Tommy's legacy and resume is notarized. Whether it's Friday or Saturday, he going live. Click the bell when I promise you'll get notified. Yeah. Welcome to TD Sports Talk. Friday and Saturday. Tune in. They're going live late. Word them up. Shout out to Tommy, Socrates, D-Free. Word them up, word them up. Judah Ben.
Champion of the world. Shout out to TD Sports. TD Sports. Let's go, chat.
I can't hear you, Thomas. You on mute.
Yeah, I did a whole intro without even like anybody hearing. That's great. That's the first time that happened. Like my wife is laughing at me dumb loud. Anyway, listen, I just want to say what's good, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Friday. Nope, it's Saturday Night Sports Talk. I couldn't go on live last night. Couldn't get the band together. Mostly me. I had some things to take care of. I couldn't get on. So it said we're going to come on right after the AJ fight, and we'll do our picks. We'll recap last week's fight. But first things first, we just had a good fight right now. I called the upset. I know a few others did too. I picked Dubois to win, and boy, did he ever. And I'm here, of course, with my whole co-host, my man D-Free. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? Yeah, that was that. Hey, I gotta admit that was an entertaining main event. The stadium was packed. The biggest turnout for a boxing event in history for the O2 Arena. They had 96,000 in there. So I mean, they definitely got their money's worth. I mean, it was that joint that was fireworks from round one all the way until what was that, round 5, round 6?
I want to say 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think it was 5. I think it was 5. But yeah, it was fireworks the entire time. And I said the first half of that fight is a 50-50 fight because Dubois comes out fast. He got a big punch. And AJ, we know he got power as well. I said if AJ was to get him in the later rounds, I think AJ would be able to stop him. But Dubois was on his A game tonight, and he caught AJ early. I think it was the end of the first round or the end of the second round. He caught AJ and dropped him and hurt AJ bad.
I think it was the first round.
Yeah, and then he caught him. He caught him again at the end of the second round. I think dropped him in the second round, and AJ started getting his bearings back together. but he couldn't get out of the way of the jab or the right hand. And I thought it was I believe it was the third round or the second round. No, it was the third round. I said the problem is AJ is not a better boxer than Dubois. I thought AJ was the better boxer, but AJ clearly wasn't the better boxer because every time AJ would throw a big shot, Dubois was avoiding it. AJ was swinging at the air majority of the fight, and he caught Dubois with a nice shot at the end of that fight, and he walked right into a right hand, and it was curtains. That man had AJ looking like he was playing Twister out there. He had two hands down, one foot down, the other foot was in the leg. I was like, this man is done. He's done. I mean, it took him literally about 20 seconds before he can actually stand up on his feet. I ain't never seen nobody. Well, I ain't gonna say nobody. I ain't never seen AJ in that situation. Even when he lost to Andy, he didn't look like that. When he got hit by Klitschko, he didn't look like that. He was hurt bad.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. A few things. Let me just shout out to the people that are in the building right now. My man, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights was good. Salute to you. My man, Marky Dan, I dropped the link. You can come up whenever you're ready or wait till we get to football to do our picks. Frontline was good with you, bro. Thanks for coming through. My man, 88 Sports Talks. Is Love going to play tomorrow? You know, I know they've been trying to get him, activated for tomorrow. DP Rocker was good, bro. Salute to you. And my man, Gio James, Bronx on deck, baby. Was good with you, Gio. Thanks for coming through. But yo, I picked Dubois to win. I picked the upset. As a matter of fact, on the radio show that last week with Pedro on Ring Talk, I threw it in there because we were talking more about the Berlanga Canelo fight, and I said, listen, real quick before I go, I think I threw it. I got Dubois for the upset, and Pedro was shocked. He's like, wow, you do? I said, yeah, I think Dubois is going to stop him. And he was like, wow. So I made that prediction on the radio. I wrote it down in the post section where we post our picks on the community board. But enough with that. Like AJ in the first round looked done to me. Like he looked cooked. He just looked, Dubois was hitting him with the jab a few times and he couldn't miss. And he looked like he hurt AJ a few times with that stiff jab. And listen, I know a lot of people are not going to talk about it because they're going to talk about Dubois' win and how much of an upset it was. And, and people thought AJ was going to roll over this guy, but I'm going to talk about the referee. A lot of people it's going to get overlooked because of what happened in the result of the fight. But this referee looked like he was on the take. Like he was terrible. From the first round on, he was warning Dubois of headbutts and holding and just giving AJ all sorts of time. AJ dropped him. AJ, his gloves touched the floor. It was kind of like a delay reaction. Then he went to the ropes. He looked wobbly. He looked done after the first knockdown. His legs looked like jello. Second round comes, he drops AJ again. And the ref, I guess the second ref, the way they do it there, like you could hear in the loudspeaker, they're counting out loud. Like they was counting 1, 2, but the ref in the ring didn't call the knockdown, which was crazy, right? Yeah. And then I believe in the third round, I think it looked like the ref called off the fight.
That's what I said. I thought he said that too. I was like, the fight is over.
It looked like it was crazy. It was just looked so awkward. Then he warns, what's up, Mark? And then he warns AJ. No, he warns Dubois of the low blow, right? And it was just so bad, the referee. One more thing I want to add. How is it that I know Dubois was given the title, right? The IBF. He didn't beat nobody for it. But how was he not the second guy in the ring and the second guy announced? That's another thing that was kind of disrespectful, I thought. So
I think they did that because AJ was the A side in this fight. And so even though Dubois was the champion, the A side is the one that gets to walk to the ring last and gets to announce last. So I mean, I wasn't too shocked by that because I've seen it happen. Like a lot of times, like when they have the fight over in Japan for Monster anyway, usually Monster will walk out last, but he get introduced first. Yeah. So it all depends on what. Yeah. It all depends on what you sign up in the contract. but I wasn't too shocked by that because even when Mike Tyson fought Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson was the last one to walk out. Holyfield was introduced first. Mike Tyson was the A side.
Yeah, that's great. And then I'll go back the recent fight, Bud Crawford. He wasn't the champion, right?
No, but that was in his stipulation that he said the only way he would take the fight is if they flip a coin to see who walks out first or who walks out last.
No, not the Spence. The 154, his last fight. He was introduced. Yeah, he was introduced last, and he came out last, and I believe the other guy was the champion.
Yeah, like I said, the A side. The A side can stipulate the terms of the contract, and it's up to you to either sign it or agree to it or not agree to it. But
I don't like it. I mean, if I guess if Dubois accepts it and whoever accepts it is fine. But I just don't think it's cool. I think if you're the champion, you should get announced last.
Yeah, I was right. I was right there with you because, like I said, I was on T Live and we was calling the fight live. And when the ref waved the joint when he hit Joshua and Joshua went down, the ref waved and stood in between them. And I'm like, oh, the fight's over. Then I'm like, hold up, no, it's not over. He said it wasn't a knockdown. I'm like, but you don't do that. You just walk over to him, pick him up, and like, no knockdown. He did like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fight's over. Normally they just wave it down like no knockdown. So I'm like, man, what the hell is he doing?
He was giving Joshua all sorts of time. It almost worked because it almost worked because Dubois looked tired at the end of the fourth. So when he went to go sit down, he looked tired. I was like, oh man. And then even Joshua, this is why I love this so much. In the start of the fifth round, Joshua was talking shit to somebody in the crowd, and he came in. I was like, oh, and he looked good. He came in, had a little bounce, whatever, and he hurt Dubois. And I was like, damn, man. And I was already screaming and pissed at the ref. And then all of a sudden, 2 straight right hands and good night, Joshua. And I got a pump like if I was a Dubois fan, but I loved it because
you should have heard me. You should have heard me on T Live. I was like, oh, he stopped him. I was going in.
Yes, sir. Joshua,
go ahead. What's good, Marky Dan? Go ahead.
Yeah. Salute. Joshua got violently beat to death. Oh my Lord. Golly. That was like Ali versus Larry Holmes. Oh my gosh. That was, and I said it, the young man beats the old man more times than not in the sport of boxing. I'm proud of Dubois. He came back from a lot. He's representing Grenada well. I picked AJ to actually I put both of them on. I put both of them on 2 different parlays. So either which way I won, but I picked AJ to win. But I was not gonna be shocked by a Dubois knockout. That final knockdown, that was one of the most vicious, brutal, just like splatter shots I have ever seen. AJ ran straight into the right hand. Oh my God. And then he tried to get up using his neck. It was just straight face down, ass up. The kind of boxing I love.
Whoa. That was crazy right there. You lucky BBO's not up in here.
Whoa.
But you already know I love
kind of boxing he love. Face down, ass up. The kind of boxing he love. Hold up. This is a PG-13.
Well, that's the results I love. I love to see guys getting violently beat to death and getting put down.
Nah, but I actually, in this fight, AJ won literally 5 seconds of that entire fight. When he caught Dubois with that clean shot, and Dubois had stepped back, and Dubois was hurt, visibly hurt, and AJ walked right into the shot, and it was over. I was like, damn, because I thought he was about to take him out. I said, oh, shit. Yeah. AJ hurt him.
Yeah, he did.
AJ was about to either drop him or take him out, and then he walked right into a right hand. And I was like, it's over. It's over. He's not getting up.
Rightfully so, because that ref helped him to get to that point, and it shouldn't even got to that point. And I was nervous and I was mad at the same time. And then when AJ was talking and sticking his tongue out and stuff, and obviously he was he was a little shook up, but the momentum was on his side because Dubois did look tired walking to his corner at the end of the fourth, and I was like, oh man.
Hey,
yeah.
let me
they
say
should have
this.
stopped the fight 2 rounds earlier. I was actually afraid that AJ was gonna get hurt bad.
Let me say this too.
And he did.
Any young fighter that might be watching, if you get hurt, don't stop beating on your chest and sticking your tongue out. Just keep a composed face and continue fighting, because that's a dead giveaway. When AJ got caught and he got up off the floor, that man started beating on his chest like, come on. I'm like, dog, you hurt badly. And AJ, dog, what do they train on? Because he obviously don't train on no head movement, because he didn't have no head movement at all. And the entire fight, AJ grabbed just the hold. He didn't try to throw no punches on the inside or anything. It was just straight holding. I'm like, dog, you got a free arm. Throw a punch. Why are you just holding? If you hit him to the body, you drain some of that energy. You drain some of that power. You just holding on. You just literally just hold on, because Dubois wasn't throwing no punches until he got an arm free. So while his arm is caught up, you could throw a couple of punches and then re-grab him again and lock him up until the referee get there. I'm like, he didn't do anything.
No, nothing at all except hold, and he was holding like it was blatant holds. Like he was holding one arm in each side. Like he wasn't even like holding him, like hugging him. He was holding his arms. Like it was bad, and not one warning from the referee. It was a joke. And a lot of people are not going to mention it.
That. You see that a lot of heavyweight guys like get to tie up, but he looked like a shot fighter to me. He looked like at a certain point like he was just trying to survive, like what you talk about with him tying up, and he wasn't doing much other than just throwing the jab and the straight right. I didn't see no uppercuts from AJ. I didn't see him duck under a single right hand from Dubois all night. And Dubois was just catching him pretty. Matter of fact, I'd say every time Dubois touched him, AJ's leg shook. Like he just looked like he was finished.
Especially in the first 2 rounds. Like with the jab. The jab was hurting him.
Yeah. But what did I say, Thomas? I told you. I said, AJ, if he get touched on the chin, he gonna fold. Once he get caught with a clean shot on the chin, he's going to fold, because that knockout that he lost to Andy is going to play back in his head. And that's exactly what happened. He got caught on that chin, and AJ was never the same. He tried to throw some big shots, but they was wide. They was far away. He caught him with a couple of clean uppercuts, but Dubois walked right through those. Mm-hmm. So I was like, no, AJ is just trying to keep him back. He ain't trying to actually knock him out. He just trying to keep him back, because he was throwing shots from a distance. I'm like, no, y'all standing about 5 feet apart from each other. Why are you throwing a big hook? You're not close enough to hit him. You throwing big hooks from 5 feet away.
I got a question real quick from my man Mike. He says, you think Joshua is complacent because of his last fight being against Francis?
I think that might have made him a little overconfident. Definitely the last 2 or 3 fights. But maybe but I think that was Eddie Hearn's intent. I think that was Turkey and Eddie Hearn's intention to get him some confidence. But in the end, it's like I say, the young man beats the old man in the sport of boxing. And you saw it again tonight.
I think it was more so AJ. I think AJ might have been overconfident because he went the distance twice with Usyk, and Dubois got stopped by Usyk. So AJ know how hard Usyk punch. Yeah, he know how hard Usyk punch, and he hold up. If Usyk stop him, I know I'm gonna stop him. I know how hard Usyk punch. I fought him twice, and I went the distance with him twice. So I think AJ might have got overconfident from seeing that fight with Dubois versus Usyk. Yeah. I think that's where the confidence came in at.
I think it's a little bit of he was overconfident, but I think he wasn't prepared. I think he came in there thinking he was going to get into like some type of shootout, or he was going to maybe stop Dubois earlier. I don't know, but he didn't look like a guy with a game plan. He came in there and he looked flat from the very beginning. Like Dubois took the fight to him right away. Maybe he didn't expect Dubois to come out the way he did. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? But he looked like he did not have a game plan at all, and I think it's like Marky Dan said. I 1,000% agree with you. Me and Sock were talking about it while the fight was going on. I think he's cooked. I think AJ is done. I mean, he looked like a done fighter. I think he's got to think about doing something else. I don't think he can fight again. I think he's on his way out, honestly.
Yeah. I think I ain't gonna say he's done. I think because he didn't look like Wilder looked. Like Wilder, you can visibly see that Wilder was done. AJ didn't look like Wilder looked. AJ just don't have a chin. He just don't have a chin.
There's a big difference here. Here's the difference that I see between AJ and Wilder. Wilder got up every time he got knocked down. AJ didn't get up today. AJ did not even try to get up to make the count. Wilder, even though when he got dropped by
last time he didn't.
But he still tried to get up. I think he still tried to get up.
He got up AJ.
Dang.
I'm saying AJ didn't get up the last time. He got up every time he got knocked down.
Yeah, he got knocked down like three or four times.
Until today. Today he didn't try to get back up.
Actually, this is the only time that AJ has never beat the count. This is the only time he's never beat the count. All of the other times that he got dropped, he's beat the count. Yeah. And they waved that fight off with Andy. Yeah. But he's beating the count.
But it's the same thing with Wilder.
Wilder got hit once. He didn't get up.
Except for the Tyson Fury fight and Big Bang fight.
But he still got up. That's what I'm trying to say. He still tried to get the referee waved it off.
The last fight?
Yeah.
I think that's a slight difference. I'm watching.
I mean, but it's like apples to oranges. It's like, what are we talking about? They both got beat to death.
But you're saying like who's more cooked? I think AJ looked cooked from round one in my opinion, but
I mean AJ. I think AJ, like you said, he prepared for what he was going to do. I don't think he's cooked to that where he can't fight anymore. I think Wilder is at that point where I don't care to see Wilder in the ring anymore. I don't care to. I'm not even gonna say I don't care. I don't want to see Wilder in the ring anymore because what I saw those last two fights is not the same Deontay Wilder that I'm used to seeing. Even that last fight with Tyson Fury was better than these last two fights that I've seen from Deontay Wilder. Yeah. But AJ didn't look like that. He didn't look like Wilder looked when he fought against Joseph Parker. He didn't look like Wilder looked when he fought against Big Bang Zane. AJ, he just don't have a chin. And AJ is scared to get one. If you catch him on the chin, AJ is going to fold. Now, from that part, I can say, yeah, he's cooked mentally. He's cooked. If he gets touched on the chin, he's going to be done. But if he's able to keep you at range and able to land his shot, and you not land on him, I don't think AJ is cooked because I think AJ still will knock out anybody that he gets in the ring with if he can touch you and you can't touch him.
Well, that's heavyweight boxing. Real quick, shout out to my man A1 Hoop Zone. I appreciate you with the super sticker. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But, the thing with AJ and Wilder also is that let's look at AJ's last few fights, that he won, right? Like, besides the Usyk fights where he lost both fights. And the first fight, I didn't think was competitive. Second fight was a little more competitive. He hurt Usyk. But he beat Otto Wallin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Francis Ngannou.
He beat Ngannou, but who he beat before Wallin? Like
nobody.
Nobody. He beat Robert.
He beat somebody else.
Oh, Jermaine Franklin.
No,
Hellenius.
Oh yeah, Hellenius too.
So he hasn't really fought anybody. Wilder's fought better fighters than AJ's fought in Wilder's last two fights. Wilder fought.
Zhang maybe. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, and then come on, everybody knew that Francis was going to get stopped. I mean, we all knew that. That was a mismatch, and that made AJ look great. He had no business being in the ring with that with AJ, even Fury. But Fury, Fury does what he does, and
I ain't gonna say that time is because of the Fury performance. So you can't say that because he went because Ngannou went in there and dropped Fury. And to me, I thought he won the fight. I gave him 6 rounds.
I thought so too.
Plus the knockdown.
I thought so also. Well, I'm just saying,
So you could blame Fury for that.
Yeah, the human in me and the boxing fan in me, I honestly, I'm not an AJ guy, so I don't I'm a Wilder guy. I like Wilder. I honestly would not like to see Wilder again unless I know he's 100% ready. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to see Wilder get hurt. I think Wilder's made good money. I think he's, he had a great career and he's done well. And I just don't want to see the guy hurt. That's just me, the human in me. You know what I'm saying? So, but
we're gonna probably see it now, Thomas.
What's up?
We're gonna probably see it now.
What do you mean now? Who? Him and who?
AJ and Wilder. We're probably gonna see it now. That's gonna be a goodbye fight.
I don't think so. I think AJ's still gonna try to get a top fight. He might even get a rematch with Dubois.
I think Eddie Hearn is gonna talk to him and make him realize that Fury would end his career, as would a rematch with Usyk if you're getting beat by Dubois.
Actually, I don't think
a Wilder fight. A Wilder fight. That's a big That's big paydays for both of them out the door. Real big paydays.
Even this fight, even the way AJ look right now, I don't think Fury beats AJ.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fury beats AJ.
I think
he
AJ
slap him around.
AJ's punch resistance is gone. I don't know. I don't think so. The look on Eddie Hearn's face, you're right. He did.
Because with the way, it's like you said, AJ don't move his head, and Fury has a much longer reach than him
at all.
Yeah, real quick, another note, being that you said that about Eddie Hearn, Tay. Frank Warren owns Eddie Hearn, by the way. He
does.
Oh my God.
It's true. His chin was way out there. I agree.
Bro, Frank Warren told Eddie Hearn he'd have him leave in town with a shoelace holding his pants up and holes in his shoes. Eddie Hearn is sad. Eddie Hearn is down bad.
No, move. Come on.
So let me ask you. So now that Mike says that, because if the fight was to make, I know it won't happen. But if AJ and Wilder fight, if they said that's going to happen in March, would you guys want to see it?
No.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care.
It'll just be like something to watch.
But now like the loyalists, yeah,
I'm gonna watch it, but I wouldn't want to see it. I watch it, but I wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah, I think it's whoever lands first.
But the hardcore loyalists for AJ and Wilder, oh my God,
yeah, of course,
it's gonna be alive.
I think whoever lands first wins the fight.
Yeah, I'm a watch it because I support Wilder, and so I would pay for the fight to see Wilder, but I wouldn't want to see it. I wouldn't want to see it. I don't want to see Wilder in the ring no more. After what I saw from Wilder the last two fights, I don't want to see him in the ring anymore.
Well, all right. Well, on to the other topic we're going to do before we get to football. I want to talk a little bit about this because I was going to do a recap about it, but I didn't want to because I was really trying to see if I could maybe get one of the trainers on to talk to, but I guess we'll still keep working on that. Sock is supposed to help me do that. But last week, we didn't get to talk about it, the aftermath. Berlanga and Canelo, what did you guys think of the performance of both fighters?
Berlanga, he showed a lot of heart. Like I said after the fight was over on a couple of other platforms, prior to what we saw from Jamel and prior to Edgar Berlanga getting in the ring with Canelo, nobody could have convinced me that Edgar Berlanga had more heart than Jamel Charlo. Nobody could have convinced me that. But he showed a lot of heart. He got dropped. He got up, and he fought all the way to the last round. He fought all the way through the last round. So I have to tip my hat off to Edgar Berlanga for his performance. I knew that Canelo was going to beat him. I thought Canelo was going to stop him. But I knew Canelo, without a doubt, was going to beat him. I didn't think Edgar Berlanga had anything that Canelo haven't seen before or that Canelo wouldn't be ready for. So, but it was a hell of a performance by Edgar Berlanga, though.
Yeah,
that's fair. Marky Dan, because I'm going to wait for my turn. Go ahead, Marky Dan.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. Well, minus the Jamel part. I think Jamel was just outgunned in that fight. Not only that, he was outsized. So there was nothing he could really do to make an impact on Canelo or get Canelo to respect him. That's just my opinion. But when it comes to Berlanga, I have to give him a lot of respect. I was one of the main people who was saying that he wouldn't get out the first round. I didn't think this fight would go past 4. And he showed a lot of heart. He got beat up. He was getting hit with big shots. I thought he was gonna get stopped in the second. Well, it was the second round when he got dropped. By that hook, I didn't think he was going to recover from that, but he stayed in the fire. He kept on. He kept chucking them bitches with Canelo, and that's all you can ask for from that dude because he was outclassed. He was outclassed and he was outgunned. And we all recognized that coming into the fight. So to me, he showed the best version of himself, and that's all you can ask of him. So yeah, he got
Well,
my respect.
I agree totally on what Mike is saying. I'm going to go back to my man Tyrone's comment. He said it was a learning experience for Berlanga. And then my man Michael says, and this is what I've been saying, and what I was going to talk about tomorrow on the radio. Berlanga didn't look like, I spoke about it last week on the radio. Berlanga didn't look like he wanted to win, just wanted to last the whole fight. He knew how to stay out of the corner, but never listen. Exactly. I am 1,000% agree with you on this. And was it a learning experience? You know what? We don't know that. We ain't gonna know until his next fight. I don't think he learned anything, and I don't think he fully tried. I think D3 is right. He did show heart, and he survived. He showed more heart than Charlo by far. He did throw some big right hands. He landed a few punches, but I don't think he had a plan B, C, and he did not listen to his corner. His corner was giving him some good instructions. He would not listen. He couldn't stay out of the corner. He kept backing himself into the ropes. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you're like almost a foot taller than this guy, and you're fighting small. He's crouching down to Canelo for Canelo. Like, he couldn't stay away from Canelo's jab. Like, really, have we ever spoke about Canelo having a good jab? But his jab looked dominant in that
That's
fight.
how outclassed he was, though, Thomas.
No, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. There were no adjustments made by this guy. He showed a lot of bravado, right? And he was a good showman. Like he kept giving him like the DX chop, right? And trying to sell, like, he's talking to and everything. But I don't know if he learned anything in that fight, honestly. And we're not gonna know until his next fight.
Maybe.
No, I don't think he learned that. If he learned anything, maybe it's how to deal with media for a big fight and a big event. But in terms of the fight itself, no, he just got beat to death. I don't think he really learned anything from that.
Maybe it was the fact that he was listening to his corner when he came out in the second round and he got dropped, and he said, "You know what? Fuck that! I'm not listening to y'all ass no more. I'm gonna do what I want to do."
It could be, but he was crouching down. I was so annoyed. Like, I mean, you're taller than this guy. Fight tall, and he didn't do that at all in the fight. Like, he gave Canelo all the advantages, and any advantage that Berlanga had, he didn't use it, and it was frustrating to watch. I like Berlanga. Just because he's a fellow New Yorker and he's a fellow Puerto Rican, and I'm a big fan of his trainers. They have a good story. Both of these guys, I think they're great individuals. But Berlanga's got to stop. It's already chirping on Twitter already, and keep it in the ring. I mean, like my man Rich Mancuso says, keep it in the ring. In the ring, show us what you're made of. Show us you're a good fighter. Show us you're a good boxer. All this tweeting and twerping and whatever. It just kills the sport, and it kills me as a fan to want to root for you. You know what I'm saying? I can't find a word.
All that being said, Thomas. All that being said, do you think Berlanga's stock dropped after this fight? Because I don't. I think it went up.
Because of two things. Because if the pay-per-view numbers is true, if it really hit what they said 750K, if that's true, that's going to help him. And because he survived and he got back up, and some people said he showed a lot of heart. Yeah, I think you're right. Those two things, but I don't know what he goes. Who does he fight next? And I gotta see the type of performance he puts on against.
I want to see him fight. Big fight. Nah, fuck that. David Benavidez at 175. He get in there with David Benavidez, he get beat up. David's at 175.
Anybody he get beat up free.
Let David stay at 175. David already said, I'm only coming down for Canelo. Let him stay at 175. I think the fight that Berlanga needs to have next is two people. One mainly, the second one is an alternative. The one mainly is Caleb Plant. I need to see him in there with Caleb Plant. The alternative, if he can't get Caleb Plant, fight William Skull. He got the IBF title. Fight William Skull.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah,
DP Rocker said, DP, let me just read some of the comments. It's hilarious. Breaking news, Eddie Hearn just put AJ's chin on Amazon for $4.99. And then Mike is laughing.
You better put that joint on $4.99. Don't nobody want that joint for $500. You better put it $4.99.
Tyrone says, you're right. We'll see his next fight. If you're learning, absolutely. My man D-Man Jr. was good, bro. He's tweefing pretty much. And then look who's here in the chat that's not on the screen. My man Socrates Palmer, the Bronx Palmer. The bar is really set low for Berlanga. That's what Socrates says. Munguia and Berlanga, that's a good fight.
I was about to say that too. McGee and Berlanga is another good fight.
Oh,
I don't think he beats Munguia. I don't think he beats Munguia.
Me either.
But
I don't know.
Beats him to death.
I don't know. I think he'll fight McGee different for Canelo because Canelo don't. I mean, McGee don't have the bravado that Canelo has. I mean, he ain't gonna be in front of. I mean, well, he's already been in the ring with Canelo, so they both been in front of the big lights. So they both got that monkey off their back. So I don't think McGee brings the bravado that Canelo brings. Like, everybody looks at Canelo as the dude to beat. He's this big star, and he's the top of the mountain. So it's just like when you get in there with Mike Tyson. Yeah, you talk a big game until you realize he's right across the ring from you, and you got to fight him. That's a whole different thing once that bell rings. But I think Berlanga is on McGee's level. McGee and Berlanga is the same. I never had neither one of them as an A-level fighter. They both been either B or a C-plus fighter. I never had them on A-level. So they're about the same level fighters. I think that would be a good fight. I think it's a 50-50 fight because, like you said, the advantage that he had to Canelo, I think he would use the advantage against McGee because McGee is small. He got short arms, and he doesn't have real – I mean, well, he got okay head movement, but he's not somebody that you got to be extremely scared about. Now, if Berlanga let McGee get on the inside, I don't know about Berlanga's inside game. Because I think McGee is like 5'9", 5'8".
Yeah, but that's the thing. Will he start fighting tall in that fight? Like, he can't do what he did against Canelo if he fights Munguia. Real quick, let me read this comment. Any word on who Canelo's next fight might be? Is he can fight David or Crawford, or should we not expect either? Will the Saudis be able to throw enough money up? I mean, Canelo's been acting like pretty much a big time diva because the Saudis, they look like they were trying to make Canelo and Crawford, right? I believe that's what they were trying to do.
I hear Canelo might fight Conor McGregor next. And now you hear Dana White talking about he's getting into the boxing business.
Well, Dana White's been in the boxing business for like a couple of years already, because I know already he's already had the UFC fight pass. He's fights whatever that is, a fight pass. He's got Caleb Walsh. He's got a lot of money in Caleb Walsh. He fights a super welterweight, and we spoke about that last year because he fought a friend of ours here in the Bronx, Ishmael Villarreal, who we thought won the fight, but that's another topic. So little by little, Dana White is trying to get more and more into boxing, but he's been in boxing for quite some time, so I don't know if he's going to try, because there was a rumor at one time where I guess Top Rank was going to be sold and that Dana White was going to buy them. That kind of went away, but at one time it was. So who knows?
Yeah, Dana White pretty much he put a fork in that. He pretty much kiboshed that completely.
I don't know who Canelo gonna fight. We won't know until they get close to Cinco de Mayo. That's when Canelo will make his announcement of who he's going to fight, because he only fights twice a year: Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence. That's the only time he fights.
Gabe,
he's probably not going to know until December. Yeah,
Gabe, Andrade's still at 68, but he hasn't fought in a minute, so I don't know what Andrade's going to do. That'll be an interesting fight. But I think Caleb Plant and Berlanga is a good fight, because Berlanga will have that punching chance, because we've seen Caleb hurt before. He was hurt in his last fight, so I know Berlanga will have the punching chance, but I think Caleb Plant obviously outclasses him. He just got to avoid to getting hit, right? Which you're going to get hit in the ring. So, but yeah, there's a couple fights out there for Berlanga. I think I just want to see what he does next and how he performs and if he really did learn anything from this Canelo fight. I just don't think he. That's just my opinion. But from the squared ring, we're gonna go to the big 100-yard football field, and we're gonna talk a little bit of
Dun, dun,
football.
dun, 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 dun,
I'm
dun,
gonna load up the pick.
dun, dun.
I just emailed the link to 503 Sock. I think he's gonna try to put in the chat or let me know. And my man the Worm, he just messaged me on Facebook with a whole story, and he gave me his picks, and he wrote a whole paragraph on each one. So I'll go through those when it's time to do the picks. Let me bring up last week. Last week was a good week for this guy talking right now because I went 3-1. My only loss was the Texans, and it was by a half a point. Everybody else had losing weeks. I know Sock had 2-2, but 2-2 is still a losing week when you're gambling, right? Because you lose the VIG. So, but I'm going to bring up the standings in just a minute. You guys want to bring up anything you want to talk about that happened with your teams last week?
I think if the Saints get past the Eagles this week, I think the Saints is for real. I think the Saints is for real if they get past the Eagles this week.
Oh, that's
They put a whooping on Dallas, dog. They put a whooping on Dallas.
Yeah,
shout out to my man.
I would have to. I would have to agree. Go ahead.
My fault.
No, I was gonna say I would have to agree. If they beat my Eagles this week, you would have to look at them as the class of the NFC. Despite the fact we're only 3 weeks in, but I need my Eagles to make a stand this week. We cannot go into week 4, 1-2 with the nasty taste of what happened in on Monday Night Football, along with getting whooped by the Saints. We can't have that, bro. So I expect them to make a stand, but I would agree if the Saints come off with blowing out Dallas and then they beat the Eagles at home. Well, I think this is at home. Then yeah, they'd be the class in the NFC. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give a shout out to my man Cadillac Red, Supreme Beast Talk Boxing. He's a Saints fan, and we was on 503's channel last Sunday before the games doing our picks. And of course, we're gonna pick our teams, right? But he said the Saints were gonna win between 14 and 17 points, and we all laughed at him. And he's like, all right. We all laughed at him, and they went and they smoked. I was like, at Dallas? And he's like, yep. And he said between 14 and 17, they won by more than 17, but shout out to him for sticking with his team and picking the blowout as well. So, but I'm happy the Seahawks won. I thought Geno played a great game, one of the best games I've seen Geno play. I wish his receivers would have caught the ball more. They dropped. But they got a good win on the road against New England. New England's now 0-3. No, they're 1-2 now. They lost this past Thursday to the Jets. But a win is a win, and anytime you could come from the West Coast to the East Coast, different time zone and get a win, it's always good. And then this tomorrow afternoon, they got the banged up Dolphins. They don't have a quarterback in Seattle, so it's looking pretty good for Seattle in the beginning. The division looks bad. A lot of injuries in the NFC West. In particularly the team that I hate the most, the 49ers, they got a bunch of injuries. Debo, McCaffrey, I think Bosa's hurt. Kittle's hurt, and I'm not going to cry for them. I have no sympathy for them. It's messed up, but it's pretty cool also. So that's what I got to say about that. But let me bring it up to the screen. As you see here, last week I went 3-1, and you see the teams that I picked. Let me see if I could change these so you can see. Hold the phone. Let's see. Can I do it this way better? Okay, this might work out. And let me move the logo real quick. Sorry. Let me just move the logo because the logo's blocking the picks there.
That Chiefs -6 really messed me up. I thought that was going to be the short pick.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't think the Ravens was going to get beat by the Raiders.
Yeah. So
and then the Colts, I thought that game would at least be close.
I thought, with Malik Willis quarterbacking, I thought they were going to get smoked, but he played pretty well. He managed the game well. So let's see. Last week, 3-1. Your boy Tom, that's me from the Bronx. We went 3-1. I hit with the Commanders, the Bengals, and the Bucks. I was really good. I really thought the Bengals would win outright because they kind of owned the Chiefs in that game. I don't know if you guys seen it at the end. The Chiefs, of course, they get the referees always help them out. I thought it was a legit call this time, though. But the pass interference on 4th down, where the Chiefs get the automatic first down, that was a huge call. I think it was just a bad play by the Bengals corner. He just mistimed his jump. There was no reason for him to do that. And I thought it was the correct call.
He was just a little bit early.
Yeah, he was a little bit early. And it was the correct call. But the Chiefs always seem to get those calls at the end to help them win. So that was a close game. The Bengals now 0-2. The Bucks were was underdogs of the week for somebody. I think Brett had the Bucks straight up. I think everybody hit their underdogs of the week, meaning any team that was underdog to win outright. Of course, Sock picked his Raiders.
No, because I had the Bengals.
No, I missed on the Titans.
Oh, you missed on the Titans. And that was a close game. Yeah, both games are pretty close. The Titans and Bengals both had chances, to win. But yeah, I mean, it's only week 2. We're trying to see gauge where the teams are at. So right now the standings are me and Soccer in first at 5-3, 503 Lions in third at 2-2. He didn't get to put in his picks for last week, so he's still in third because technically a 500 record is better than a 3-5 record. Worm had a horrible week. I can't wait for him to get on because Worm is our stats guy. So so he went 0 for 4 on his picks. Brett went 1-3, and D Free Market Dan also 1-3, and they're at the bottom of 2-6. But it's early, and we'll see. We're gonna get to the picks in a minute. But if you guys ain't got anything to say about your teams, respectfully, we'll go to it. But I'm just gonna highlight this from my man Tyrone. We still have enough. He's a Niner fan, and he knows me and him. We always go at it. So hey. Maybe you got enough. Maybe you got the Rams tomorrow. Y'all own the Rams. Y'all should win. The Rams are banged up too, Tyrone. So I hope it ends in a tie.
I don't know. I don't know about that. They without George Kittle now, and they without Debo, and they without CMC. All they got is Mason.
Yep. I love it. I love it. I love it. DP Rocker says, effing rookie. Who's he talking about, though? Which rookie? Oh, the defensive back, the corner. Yeah, that. It happens. He missed time to jump. It's just it sucks.
I don't know if the 49ers are going to win that game. At first I was going for the 49ers, but when they said George Kittle was down too, I was like, who they going to go to? You can't just rely on Mason.
What's good, Casey boy?
Do it all.
That was a Patrick Mahomes call, freaking cheat. Nah, that was a legit call. That's why I had to point out they always get the breaks at the end. But that was legit. I thought that was a legit pass interference. I think the defender messed up. But it just goes to show they always get a call at the end, right? Monday night. Yep, Monday night they play.
DP Rocket, you will be going down.
Yep, him and D Free go at it. They play the Commanders. That's going to be great.
You will be going down. And matter of fact, speaking of the Commanders, I gotta tip my head off to our new kicker. That man made 7 field goals and won the game for us. The problem with it, our quarterback, outstanding. He did his thing. The offensive line, we got down to the red zone 7 times, and they always cost us an easy touchdown. We had 2 touchdowns that was called back because of offensive false starts and illegal man downfield. I'm like, no, the offensive line is killing. It's not even the fact that they not blocking. They doing pretty good on blocking. It's the false starts when we get in the red zone. I'm like, dog, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I didn't think we was going to win that game if we just kept kicking field goals. I like, dog, we're not going to win this game. The reason we won the game is because Jaden Daniel is definitely a star. This man held that ball and converted on 3rd down and drove down the field every single time. We did not punt not one single time in that entire game. And we had the ball 7 times. We didn't punt not one single time.
I see a lot of people in the chat. We got a lot of games against each other. We got the Saints and the Eagles. That's Marky Dan's an Eagle fan. I know A1 is a Saints fan. K Savoy has multiple teams. So and then we got D Free against DP Rocca. So that's gonna be interesting Monday night. Monday night's gonna be good. the Bengals in a must-win. They need to win this game. 0-2. Tyrone, I know you guys got Ayuk. I hope you guys lose. You know what happens every time the players get that big bag, they don't play as hard anymore, bro. So we'll see what happens. He says, Marky about to jump ship. But I was gonna wait. Let me hit up David and tell him we're about to start. But I got his picks here, so
You still fly, Eagles fly, bastard.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put we're about to start.
Hey, Thomas.
What's up?
I know you heard the recording that Marky Dan put on a group chat. This man sounded like he was about to jump off the tallest building in his neighborhood, dog. That man was like, I'm not in that chat.
Y'all gotta send it to me.
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you, dog.
Forward it to me. Yeah,
shit had me dying. That nigga Marky Dan was like, my heart is broken. I don't understand how you lose the game. How the hell did you lose that game?
Eagles fly right into the barbecue pit.
You know what that remind me of? That remind me of the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. All they had to do was run the ball. That's all they had to do was run the ball.
I'm glad that my anguish gives you such entertainment.
It's been a while since somebody brought that up, and of course you're gonna bring it up. So now I hope the Bengals smoke y'all by like 30 now.
I mean, you
always got to bring up that Seattle. Always got to bring up the Seattle
versus the Ravens. That's the game of the week.
Always got to bring up the Seattle Super Bowl. I swear.
This is the human nature. Everybody can have hope. It's not hope that hurts you. It's the fact that you have too much hope and you rely on that hope that hurts you.
All right, we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna lead off since I had the best record. I'll make the first pick. I'm gonna go right to the game that I feel like is one of the easiest. I feel like you got two teams in opposite directions. You got one team that's playing well, both sides of the ball. They went and last week got a big road win last week, a 7.5-point underdogs. They won outright in Detroit. I am taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What is it? -6 over the Denver Broncos. And on cue, we got the Bronx Bomber. Socrates Palmer just came through. And you go next. It'll be your pick. So I'm taking the Bucs -6.
Okay. Salutations, gentlemen. I am going to go.
Tell me if you want me to move the slide.
I like the Seattle Seahawks. I think this is probably the layup of the week. Miami, Miami has no QB, and I think they're a little bit.
That's the kiss of death. You trying to give me the kiss of death on my team. You said you can't say things like gimmies or locks or layup of the week. You say layup of the week. Come on, bro. That's you jinxing them.
It's either the kiss of death or the chef's kiss. I think Seattle looks great.
All right, so Sock, I got Tampa Bay Bucks -6, Seahawks -4.5 for Sock. We'll go to D3. You next. Who you got?
I can't see that last set of people.
Let me change the layout. Hold on. Let me try to change it. All right, listen. Nobody's face is on the screen. I'll move the slide if you need me to.
Yeah, let me.
That's the night game, and then the late afternoon and the early afternoon.
Give me damn.
Easy ass pick. Look, another one.
Damn.
Case of boy always be trying to jinx people too. I swear to God. And Tyrone, relax with that Seahawk talk, bro.
I'm gonna go with Tampa as well, -6. That's the easiest game on the whole card. I'm gonna go with Tampa as well.
Tampa Bay -6. Marky Dan, you're up for. You can do 2 picks if you want, or it could come back to me. No, I'll go to one of Worm's picks.
I'm going with my Birds +3.
So the Eagles are +3 over the Saints. So I'm going to Eagles getting points.
Hey Thomas, can you?
Yes,
Thomas,
sir.
Can you buy points? Because I think the Eagles might need some more.
You could if you got a bookie, but in this show, we cannot buy points. Because if we could have buy points, I would have bought the
Worry
half
about
a point
your game,
for the
Bottom
Texans. I would have bought the half a point for the Texans, and I would have pushed. Shit. Let me go to one of Worm's picks until he gets on the screen. I know he's driving. He said so. I'm gonna go. He says we'll start off week pick 3. All right. He says Ravens -1. I don't know what it is on our board. Let me go to that game and then I'll read what he wrote.
Yeah, Ravens is +1.
Let's see, where is it at? Against the
the Ravens is -1. They -1 at Dallas.
Did I pass it?
Go back.
This is a 4 o'clock game?
One more. Right there at the bottom.
Oh, Ravens.
Damn,
Ravens are -1.
That
Somebody's
is the
coming in.
highest
Who's
paid
this?
quarterback in history. How could
My
that
man
be
503
underdog?
line. What's good, bro?
Thomas from the motherfucking Bronx. What's good with it, bro?
What's good, bro? I'm gonna just because we're gonna do our picks, but before you go, I'm gonna just read Worm's pick real quick because he's not here, and then you can go in and talk about last week's game, and then you can make your picks for your first pick for this week. But he says he wants the Ravens. He says Lamar. Here's the stats. Here's the thing. He says Lamar is 20-3 versus NFC teams. Can't see the Ravens going 0-3. Don't like Dak versus good teams. 40% of Dak's career wins are from beating Washington and the Giants. That's what the Worm says. So he's taking the Ravens -1. So, and who's on the board? Somebody's coming in right now? Oh, Sock jumped off. All right. So 503, what's good with you? How's everything?
Man, everything good, bro. Everything good, man.
Okay. We was going over the standings. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can see. Last week you didn't get to do your picks, but you're still overall in third with a 500 record at 2-2. This was last week's picks. Right now I'm in front with Sock 5-3. I had a good week 3-1. Your Texans, I thought they should have blown the Bears out. I got lost on that half a point. But anything you want to share about your Texans?
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn like the pluses and the minuses and all that. I'm we normally bet straight up on the show, but the offensively the Texans didn't from what I'm guessing. What you're trying to say is they didn't put enough points up, right?
Right. Yeah. So in this scenario, it was 6.5. They won by 6. If they would have won by 7, they covered. So they only won by 6, and that half a point is what you call the hook, right? The bookies put that out there because you could that way there's no tie. If it was 6, it would be a push, it would be a tie, right? So basically they're giving the other team 6.5 points, so they only won by 6. So technically, in the bookie in the Vegas world, they lost. They won the game, right? Which is what matters, right? Wins and losses. But as far as money, they didn't win if you took the Texans.
Okay. Nah, man. I think defensively we did a great job. 2 picks, 7 sacks, a lot of pressures. I think we set like a record with the pressures. We had like 81% of the dropbacks was pressured, so that was good. We just got to get it cracking on offense, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get in that 30 point, 40 point. You know what I'm saying? Ballpark. Like the Saints is doing right now. But I think we have enough weapons to do it with the receivers, but it's just we starting off slow on offense, man.
Yeah, I mean one of the big plays of that game, Tank Dell had an open touchdown, and it was weird. He mistimed his jump. He probably didn't need to jump. It was I think it was the third quarter, early fourth. He could have blown the game wide open. I don't know if you remember that play. Tank Dell was wide open. It was a good throw. I thought it was a great throw. If he could have ran it with stride, and that was a touchdown.
Nah, for sure. It was a Tank Dell didn't play too good. He didn't get targeted a lot, but like you said, when he did get his targets, you know what I'm saying, he didn't execute on it. So but that's just something we got to work on. But yeah, I mean, shit. I think, man, for me, man, me being a rookie, to the show, bro. I mean, third place ain't too bad, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, hey, listen, and it's early because we're still trying to gauge where teams are at and how teams are playing. So it's still early. Not many people are doing too well. Last year I started off bad and came back strong. Soccer's pretty consistent all year. I think D3 started off bad and came back strong too. So I mean, it's early part of the season is tough because you're still trying to see where the teams are at, and then injuries come to play too. So. But I'm gonna let you look at the lines. So you tell me a game you want to look at, and and I'll read the line to you if you can't see it, and then you'll make your pick.
I think I'm gonna go with the. I think I'm looking at this Chargers game, man. I wanna pick the Chargers. They got a +2.5.
+2.5 at Pittsburgh. They don't know what's up with Herbert. I think Herbert is going to be a game time decision.
But yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Let me see.
I could go to the next page. Just let me know if you got any game. I could go to say what the lines are.
Yeah. I like it. I like the Green Bay Titans +3. I think I'm gonna take that.
Packers +3.
Yeah.
Love may play tomorrow too. They're trying to get him activated for tomorrow's game. So I like that too. The Packers have played well. They played well 2 weeks in a row. The first game kind of unlucky with the bad field conditions. The Packers are going to be a problem this year. As much as it pains me to say it, because and I know 88 Sports Talk, he's a big Packers fan, but the Packers are going to be a problem this year. So Packers +3. Everybody made their picks that is on the board here. So let's see. If anybody wants to jump out and say a pick, go ahead. Or if not, I'll go ahead and I'll do my next one. So far, I took the Bucks -6. My guy, Blunt Rap Entertainment was good, bro. Salute to you, bro. He says he likes the Saints to beat the Eagles. Yeah, the Saints are favored -3. What was the game? There was a game that I was looking at that I like a lot. I like the Texans on the road. The Texans only favored at 1.5. I know the Vikings have played well, and they played well at home. They beat the Niners. They beat a banged up Niners team, but I like the way Houston's playing, man. And it's like what 503 was saying. I think the offense, they're gonna click a little bit more. I know this guy is out tomorrow, right? The running back, he's not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still gonna take. I like the Texans -1.5. Stock, if you're there, you could go, or D3 or anybody. You could, tell me where to go, and I'll, do it. Stock, you're outside right now.
I'm gonna take.
Oh, mark you down.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take. Excuse me. I'm gonna take the Raiders -6. I think that's an obvious win.
Oh,
I agree.
Sock is a big Raider fan, so Marky Dan says Raiders -6. That looks like a trap game if I've ever saw one.
I'm gonna go.
Could be, but I'm gonna take that risk.
I think it's a trap game on the spread. But I think they'll find a way to win the game. Even if it's a last-second field goal, they can't lose to the Panthers.
But are you taking a -6?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be, the spread might be a little generous. It actually jumped because it originally opened up at 4.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's buyer beware. But the Raiders will win that game. If the Raiders lose that game, I'll wear a Chiefs hat next week.
Yeah, if I
if it's -6, they just have to win by 6.
They have to win by
six. Yeah, they just have to win by a touchdown.
Yeah, if they win by 6, it's a tie. If they win by 7, you get the win. So, but Sock is not. Sock sounds like he's not taking his Raiders. He's not taking the
No,
Raiders.
wouldn't it? No,
I don't want to be a
wouldn't it
homer.
because it's -6? Wouldn't you just need 6?
Well, that'll be a tie.
No.
That'll be a push.
Right. You
If
lose.
they won 6-0, let's say the score is 6-0, it's a tie.
Yeah.
Nah,
You're
but
looking
how
at
does that work?
28-21.
Because wouldn't it have to be 6.5?
No, 6.5, it's a loss. So
Yeah.
you would tie
Like-
at 6, and then if it's 6.5, you lose.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you need more than 6, wouldn't they have to put it at 6.5? Because
No,
if
that's
you
if
get
you're
-6,
taking
because if you get
you're taking the Raiders -6, right? Which is you did. Let's just make it easy. You take the Raiders -6. If the Raiders win 6-0, it's a tie. If the Raiders win 7-0, you win because they cover the 6. Now, if the spread was 6.5 and you took the Raiders, if they won 6-0, you lose. It's no tie because you lose by the half.
okay, but okay. So if I did bet on the 6 and they got the 6, would I get my money back? Because
You would get your money back if you get yes. Yeah, so you wouldn't get a loss. It'd be a tie. You would get your money back 1,000%. Yes.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah. So usually when I bet these games in real life, like when I bet with the bookie, like last week I took the Texans 6.5. I don't like what they call it the hook, the half a point. That's what we call. That's the Vegas terms or the betting terms, the hook. I usually buy the half a point and I make it -6. Then I would have got a push and then I don't lose. I don't win either, but I play it safe. But in this case, we're not doing that. We're just doing it. It's a friendly show. You know what I'm saying? So it's -6 Raiders. So I'm gonna go. D-Free looked like he was ready to make a pick.
Yeah, I agree with everything Worm said about his pick. I didn't like the last part that he didn't have to put that in there. But everything he said about his pick, I agree with it. And I'm gonna go with Baltimore as well. I can't see Baltimore losing 3 in a row.
-1.
But but when does that being the highest paid player ever? When does that come into effect for him?
Well, when you're dealing with Dak Prescott, never.
But I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
The Ravens secondary is shaky, and they can make plays against that secondary. So, I mean, we know what Dak Prescott is at this point. He's not going to be Joe Montana, but he's also not what's his name, Wilson from the Jets, Zach Wilson. He's somewhere in between. He's in that Derek Carr, Cousins. They're all in that same club of mediocrity. I wouldn't be shocked if that goes off. That secondary is suspect, and the Cowboys do have some weapons at wide receiver.
Yeah, it is suspect. The problem is, I don't like Dak Prescott when he's under pressure. He's like Kirk Cousins when he's under pressure. He'll throw it up, and a lot of times it's not to his team.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Ravens can create pressure, I like their chances.
They need the pressure. Absolutely, it's about the pass rush for the Ravens.
Yeah.
So, Sock, since you're talking, what's your second game?
I think the Cleveland Browns really put a number on the New Jersey Giants, as someone I know likes to call them. What's the line right now? I saw that 6.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, the Browns win by 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Browns -6.5 for Sock. I'm going to go to Worm's next pick and just read it out, and then 503 you'll go next. But let's see what Worm says on his pick number 2. He wrote another paragraph. He says he likes the Bengals -7.5. I don't know if it's the same for us. We'll check it in a minute. But he likes the Bengals -. He says Cincy is the most profitable team off a loss. They're 15-6-1 against the spread. Also see a Jamar Chase breakout. So he likes the Bengals. I don't know if it's 7.5 here. We'll check it right now. It is 7.5. Yeah, it is 7.5. So he's got the Bengals.
Yeah, and I'd probably take if you're betting, I'd probably take Jamar Chase to go for 125 receiving yards.
And T. Higgins is supposed to play.
If you're looking at Joe Burrow's record against Washington, it's not good.
What's his record?
0-1.
Jesus Christ.
That's a large body of work. That's a large body of work.
The last time he played against The last time he played against Washington, which is his rookie year, we put him out for the rest of the season.
That was the only time, bro. Jesus.
Was it you or the field?
Was it you or the field?
You heard?
Go by your last
Your
game.
stadium got
free. Good luck to you.
You only as good as your last game. You only as good as your last game. His last game against us, he got put out for the season. That's all I can go by.
Where was that at? Was that at Washington?
It was in Washington.
Your stadium has bodies, right? Don't the most injuries happen in that crummy field?
Yeah, it's
no,
true.
Actually, it doesn't. Actually,
I think it is.
You think it is?
That stadium doesn't have bodies. You thinking about RFK? RFK got bodies. That stadium don't have no bodies.
Wow,
the only reason why Joe Burrow got put out of that season, put out against us for the season, he tried to run for a touchdown and dive in the end zone, and Chase Young smacked him out of bounds, and he fucked his leg up for the rest of the season. That's why he got put out for the season. He tried to dive for a touchdown, and Chase Young smacked his ass.
I wonder when was the last time? When was the last time two LSU quarterbacks went against each other?
Ooh.
I don't recall, but I know.
When was the last time two Heisman went against each other?
We got the better one. We got the better one out of the two. That I do know. We got the better one out of the two. If you look at
in your opinion.
If you look at their stats when they played at LSU and they won their Heisman, Jaden Daniels has the better stats.
Oh shit!
No, he didn't.
Who's smoking a cigar? Who's smoking a cigar in January?
The only stat that Joe Burrow got over Jaden Daniels
60 touchdowns
Heisman year. The only stat that Joe Burrow's got over Jaden Daniels his Heisman year is yardage. Everything else, Jaden Daniels has better stats than him. The only stat he got is yardage. Oh, I'm sorry.
To Daniel's defense,
Burrow's team. Those are two pretty important stats, D-Free.
But Burrow's team was stacked. How many pros that LSU team had? So that team was stacked. The one that Joe Burrow.
And they also won. They also won a national championship too.
Come on now, Jaden Daniels had Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas. Like that, them two dudes ain't no slouches.
And Joe Burrow had Jamal Chase. And,
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to lean your way on that.
That's my point, D-Free.
Yeah. So you
and definitely the better coach.
Do you think Neighbors is better than Jamal Chase? I don't think so.
I think they're at the same level in terms of talent. Yes. Have you seen Malik Neighbors in college?
No, you gonna ask me have I seen him? They just played against our team. Yes, I've seen him.
Also,
I don't think he's better than Jamal Chase.
If you want to side with
like a 30 and 2 touchdowns, what are you talking about, D-Free?
Yo, D-Free is hype. If you want to side with D-Free, also we can throw in that Joe Burrow was in college for like 6 years almost. That's another thing.
He was transferred from Ohio State.
Yeah, from Ohio State. And didn't Jaden come from somewhere too? From Arizona?
He came from Arizona.
Yeah,
Arizona State.
Yeah,
Arizona
He played 1 year. He played 1 year at Arizona and 1 year at LSU. He only played 1 year at both of them.
This is going to be interesting. LSU quarterbacks.
Ohio State in 2015 and graduated LSU in 2019. That's
wow,
4 goddamn years.
I can't wait for Monday night. I hope one of you guys are live for Monday night. DP Rocker and
I might be live for a portion of the game because I gotta take my wife to work. So I'm gonna be watching the game while I'm driving.
All right, let's move this along. You guys, this is gonna be interesting. I know DP is gonna talk mad shit too, as he should. 503. Who you like and why in your next game? I'll move the slide if you need me to. Like,
I'm actually go with. I'm gonna actually take Buffalo -5.
Buffalo -5.
Yeah. I like that Buffalo -5.
Where's it? Where are we at? Did I pass it? I probably did.
Yeah, it was on the last one.
Oh, okay. Buffalo -5. Okay. I like that one too. Bills -5 versus the Jags. Yeah, the Jags, they don't.
Bro, the Tennessee running back just got
So
killed.
so in order for me to win that, all I gotta do is win by 5 or more, right? Or six
5 or
or
more.
more.
5 is a push, is a tie, you don't lose, and 6 or more.
6 or more.
And
Okay.
I like that too. I think because you picked that, I was looking at that earlier. That gives me more confidence. I like Buffalo -5 as well. So I'm gonna take Buffalo -5 as my third pick. I just think Jacksonville's not playing good football right now.
Nah, they suck.
Yeah, they think they did.
they
They're
ain't
trash.
playing
Lawrence
good.
doesn't look too good either. You know,
I was
and
about
it's
to
in
ask, would
Buffalo
you say
too.
this
So
is
this is
garbage? I answered
tough
that
to win
question.
at Buffalo. Go ahead, Marky Dan.
Oh.
You got something?
Let's see here. I can be generic and take the Chiefs, and
As
that's
you do every
exactly what
week.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take
Maybe a
Chiefs -3.
cocksucker.
You should just be a
pick
You should just be a Chiefs fan.
Chiefs every week, man.
Yeah, you should be a Chiefs fan.
Like fucking Malvin.
Okay,
That's our friend Malvin.
let's
He's a
see.
Cowboy
That's an
fan, but
inside joke, right?
he
I thought,
always riding with the Chiefs.
hold on, bro. I thought Marky
I
Dan was a
mean, how
Philly
you
guy.
go?
What's up?
I thought Marky Dan was a Philly guy. I thought he was a
Yeah,
Philly
that's what
fan.
we thought too.
I am the.
Yeah.
I picked my Eagles.
Okay.
But he
Yeah,
always picks the
God damn it.
Chiefs. Where's that
But
game,
yeah,
man?
I mean, what do you expect? They got Michael Jordan. You expect me to to pick against Michael Jordan?
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so done.
You know,
You're making Sox pick because he's a Raider
hey,
fan.
bro, that sounds like
That
a
is
revenge
Michael.
pick because you know them Falcons just beat Philly, a
Yep.
couple days ago.
You know what? I think
I
I
would
know what
like
my
to say
last pick
that it
is going
was
to be.
born out of hatred, but no. I genuinely think they'll get beat by the Chiefs. No.
And their favorite at Atlanta. Chiefs -3. Wow. Okay. Anybody else want to go for that third pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick
Go
my
ahead,
team.
503.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Texans at a. I really don't like that half shit, but I'm gonna take the Texans at a
-1.5. I don't
minus
like it. That's what
one and
burned
a
me,
half.
but 1.5.
Yeah, man.
I
Yeah,
love the Texans.
they fucked me up last time, and you was like, "Nah, bro, you lost, bro. It was a tie." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure this shit out. So all I got to do is win by 2 or more, and we'll be good.
Yeah, hold on. I think the worm is trying to join. He's having trouble. I'm gonna paste it in the Facebook chat, David. So try the link there and see if that helps. Because I don't see you in here yet. So David, we'll wait for David to get his third pick. So 503 got 3. Sock D Free. One of you guys want to make your third pick?
Yeah, I
go
got the Packers.
The Green Bay Packers. The Packers
Packers.
-3.
The Packers. That's that DC accent for your ass.
Word. Kiko, Sock, what do you like and why? Is Sock there? Sock froze. Sock, you froze. Oh, there you go. Can you hear me? Where are you, in the backyard?
How many picks? How many picks I got? I got 3 picks. I need one more.
You got 3. Yeah, everybody got 3 except Sock and David. Because we're waiting for the worm, David, to get on.
I'm gonna also take the Green Bay Packers in that game.
All right, that'll be your 4 pick. Sock got kicked off, so he'll probably jump back on. He's probably having trouble. There go Worm.
Malik Willis.
What's up, David?
Yo, what's up, guys?
David, I already gave him 2 of the picks you gave me. I gave him the Ravens and the Bengals. You can say your third pick now.
Third pick. What I had on my third pick? Oh, I got the Broncos -6.5. What do you got on there on the chart?
Plus 6.5.
Plus 6.5. Excuse me. Yes, the Broncos.
Yeah, they're the only.
Yeah,
I took the Bucks.
Oh, you took the Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah, with the Broncos, I don't know. I must like misery, but I think I'm just gonna go with them again. I mean, with Vita Vea out, I think they're gonna run the ball this game, and that's gonna give Knicks a shot finally to get it down the field. I mean, I saw a stat that passes over 5 yards. He's 13 for 42. I mean,
I think the Broncos
that's,
are gonna get beat to death.
Well, it's funny because David gave us the stat with the Pittsburgh last week, and he took the Broncos last week. But like you said, he must love misery. They're in Tampa Bay too, which is, Tampa Bay's been playing really well.
And I saw a stat too with Tampa Bay week 3. The last 12 week 3s, they're 1-11, and everybody's hyping Mayfield. The rose-colored glasses on Mayfield for the last 2 weeks. So I think 81% of the public's on the Bucks as well. So when I always see that, that's always it's always a warning flag when I see that.
But how do you see Bo Nix being able to get across midfield though?
Because Vita Vea is out. If they don't have him, they could run it, and I think running it is going to open up the play action for them. I mean, that's my theory on how he's going to get the ball down the field in this game.
Okay,
that's a big loss. I agree.
He's always a big factor because when he's in there, they're top 5 run stoppers.
Salute to my guys, Opulent LD and my man Just Do Boxing. Salute to you guys. Thanks for coming through. We're talking a little bit of football today. We're making our picks. Right now, the Worm, who went 0-4 last week. I just want to let you know that you went 0-4 last week.
Wow. Damn, I went 0-4.
So we waited for you to get on just to share this with you. So you went 0-4. All right. I know I said that like 3 times.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's what you guys do. Shit, if I
my man don't care about going 0-4, man. His team is 2-1 right now.
The Jets 2-1.
Let's go, baby.
And look, you got your man 503 here. What? So
that's my man right there. My new team. That's my new team, man. But they kind of rubbed me the wrong way this week too. When I saw that highlight with Stroud talking to Williams, like he's Tom Brady. You saw that clip, that highlight.
Yeah, I seen it.
He's like, oh, you gotta, bro. You just got to the league. Even Rick Meyer had a good year 1. Chill out, bro.
It's
still my team. It's still my team.
David,
that's your guy,
Rick Meyer. Rick Meyer's my guy.
Who? Rick Meyer?
Yeah. Rick Meyer's my guy. That's why I'm a Seahawks.
That was my guy too back in the day. Notre Dame, baby.
Right. Go ahead, 503. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was saying Rick Meyer, that's your guy, man. I'll respond to Dave comment. I think CJ just he trying to give advice, man, but sometimes people might take it the wrong way. But everything he say is normally genuine though. He ain't never too cocky,
I mean, he must be really mature, which I give it to him,
Yeah, man. But you know your team, man, your quarterback, man. He looking good these little couple of weeks, man. And they saying, man, it's Super Bowl for the Jets, man. Super Bowl for the Jets, man. That's what they saying.
What impressed me most was those outside of the pocket passes, man. I didn't think I was going to see that till like week 5. So he's doing it already, scrambling out. I'm very impressed. But so far, so good. Disaster could be right around the corner with the Jets, as you always know. So
I was going to say that, but I let you say that humbly.
Hold on. I want to ask you this, Thomas, because I know you're a big Notre Dame guy. What happened last week with the boys, with the Fighting Irish, man?
So, say it again. I'm sorry.
I said, what happened to the boys last week, man? They lost.
I don't know what they did this week. I didn't watch the game.
You talking about the win or the loss?
They smoked the
They blew their team out last week, and this
they smoked.
Okay, my bad. It must have been the week before last.
Yeah, when they lost.
Northern Illinois. Yeah,
we talked about that. That's terrible.
It was disgusting.
Yeah. I think Northern Illinois lost today. They were losing to Memphis.
Of course they did.
Who lost to Memphis?
No, they didn't play. They didn't play Memphis.
Northern Illinois.
Miami over Ohio.
No, Northern Illinois.
Miami over Ohio.
I was referring to Northern Illinois because I mean it's better for Notre Dame if they keep winning, because then that loss doesn't look so bad. So I'm kind of rooting for them the rest of the way.
Northern Illinois didn't play Memphis today. They played against because Memphis played. I bet on Memphis. Memphis played against somebody else today. Northern Illinois played against. What fuck they played against? Because we would.
I'm trying to look for it now.
Southern T he lives in Memphis. He's a huge Memphis fan.
Yeah.
What the fuck did Memphis play? But then it wasn't Northern Illinois though, because Memphis was the.
They played Buffalo.
And they Buffalo. They played Buffalo.
They lost to Buffalo.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because I saw a blue uniform. I got confused. I'm sorry.
Yeah, with Buffalo. That's right.
And they lost that game,
to
right?
Buffalo in Northern Illinois. Yeah, in overtime.
Of course they would. Of course they would.
Yeah. That's just the story of my life with Notre Dame. So.
I mean, it is what it is.
I really felt that. All right, let's move on to the next pick. I think
one more pick.
Mikey
but winning that much.
I got
What's
my
up?
last pick.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say because everybody was talking at the same time. Wait, real quick. Marky Dan dropped off. He said he liked the Packers. He took the Packers, right?
Yeah.
That was his fourth team. I think.
He got the Packers and the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so he got his four. Okay.
Yeah, that's
all right. Anybody want to jump in and take their fourth pick? They could go ahead.
I'll go mine. I'll get mine out of the way if that's okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
My last pick. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Oh, okay. Wait, everybody's. I think that your feed is a little off, Sock. But let's go. D Free says Saints.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints.
It's another guy that took the Saints.
So hold on. Let me ask a question. They just have to win by 3 or less.
3 or more. If he took the Saints, they're favorite.
Yeah,
okay,
they got to win by 3 or more.
Okay.
I didn't like the way I didn't like how Philly looked against New Orleans, and then against the Falcons, and then you see New Orleans blow out Dallas the way they did. I think New Orleans might be the team to beat in the NFC. They might be that team to beat. They play. Yeah. They the highest scoring team in the league right now.
Yeah, the new OC Kubiak, man. He's doing the motion for them. The play action and the motion.
He's a Shanahan disciple.
Yes, sir.
He's from the same tree as Shanahan.
Yeah, you got to remember Alvin Kamara. This is the first time Alvin Kamara been healthy.
And his father, Kubiak, was the quarterback. Yeah.
Right.
This is the first time that Alvin Kamara been healthy in 2 years. And Alvin Kamara looked healthy. The first 2 years.
Kiko, you give me a third pick? I don't have a third pick for you.
Okay. I took Cleveland. Cleveland.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, I got that. You got the Seahawks. I didn't write down a third pick. Yeah, I didn't get a third pick for you, Sock. So you got to give me 2 picks.
Okay, give me the Lions.
The Lions, okay.
Yeah, I like Detroit.
The Lions are? The Lions are
Arizona.
They're at Arizona -3.
Yeah.
And then your fourth and final pick?
I'm going to go with the Ravens. I can't see them going 0-3 either. That seems to be the theme.
Yep.
So, yeah, give me the Ravens.
Yep.
Okay.
And it will be panic mode and Big D when they're 1 and 2.
Okay.
That's the both ways.
Okay, so we got. I know I got to make one more pick. 503 got to make a pick, and Worm got to make another pick. I'm torn because I like the Falcons, and I also like the Raiders. But I want to go against the grain. I want to do this to Marky Dan. I want to go against y'all. I'm taking the Falcons. You go with Atlanta. So I'm going to take Atlanta. Yeah. The Chiefs looked a little banged up. They, Pacheco out. I like the way the Falcons been running the ball. So
yeah,
I'm gonna take the Falcons at home +3.
Nice.
So Worm or 503, one of you guys could jump in.
What games did you guys talk about already again?
So from the paragraphs you sent me, you gave me the Ravens.
Yeah, man, why you gotta do me like that?
You gave me the Ravens, the Broncos, and the Bengals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was being transparent, man.
What we got with the Steelers? What's the spread?
The Steelers here are, I know their favorite, if I saw them correctly. They are at home. They're favored by 2.5.
And then we're not sure that Herbert's playing or not, right?
The game time decision from what I read.
Yeah, and even if he plays, he's going to be banged up. His ankle's going to be banged up, and T.J. Watt's going to have another dominant day. I also I'm back on the Tomlin train, unlike last week. So Tomlin in close games under 2.5, 2. He's like 21-8 in close games, which is he's always a close game coach. But I think if Easton Stick starts tomorrow, forget it. I mean, I love the Steelers tomorrow. I love them. I mean, minus 2.5 is you got to take it. You got to take it. And then that stat what I saw too with T.J. Watt starting, they're 71-33 when he plays. I mean, he's just the X factor in the league, one of the tops in the league.
Okay.
I like the Steelers. Back on the Tomlin train, the motivator.
Back on the Tomlin train. I can't stand the Steelers, but I understand. 503, your last pick. What do you like?
I think I'm gonna take the Saints at -3, man.
The Saints -3.
Yeah, I like what New Orleans doing right now. I don't Philadelphia. They don't have a good defensive line.
No, they put no pressure.
They can't stop the run. And Kubiak, that's his formula for success, man. He get that ball running. He gonna come with them play actions, man. Olave and all them other guys are gonna be wide open. So I got the Saints.
Shaheed has been great.
Yeah, Shaheed. Yeah. He been doing his thing too.
I think with the Saints is just I think people are just afraid of Derek Carr. But Derek Carr's he's doing what he's been playing up front. Had the soft touch against Carolina, which is always good for team confidence, and then he lit up them boys.
I know you like to say that.
Boys. Yeah,
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question about this game. What happened to Slay? He looks bad out there. From the
big
Eagles.
play?
The second. Yeah.
Big play Slay?
He looks bad, bro.
Big play Slay?
He's getting beat.
Yeah, Darius Slay.
He's getting beat like he stole something. Like that secondary looks a little suspect. I wish Brett would have got
bad
on.
since game 1.
Yeah, Brett's working right now, so he couldn't get on. I forgot to text him, but he said he was going to try. He's talking about Michigan. Did Michigan lose? Because he does seem happy.
Nah, they pulled the ass.
I thought they won.
Oh, okay.
They beat
USC. Michigan won.
Okay, he said missed that last drive by Michigan. I didn't know what he meant. Okay.
They won. They won.
So yeah, he's at work, protecting and serving like D Free. So, but because I wanted to clown the secondary. Brett will defend it real quick and talk about how good the Eagles line is, but the defensive line has not played well. They haven't put any pressure at all. The Falcons ran the ball on them like nothing. What I didn't like about the game by both coaches is how they were trying to be cute on first down and first and goal. Like you got there by running the ball, and then they wanted to do these bubble screens. Like, what are you doing? Both coaches did the same thing, both teams. So, but yeah, the Saints are looking good offensively. The new coach, the new OC, Kubiak, he's played well. He's a Shanahan disciple, right? So I like that.
Maybe the top candidate for the top coaching job next year for sure. Maybe the top candidate.
They continue doing this, and it's always good to see all the Eagles lose. I know Marky Dan's not here, but it's always good. It's always good. I know it's good for D Free and it's good for me and Sock because we got to deal with Brett. But he hasn't responded because Brett talks the most shit out of anybody with all his teams. So
yeah, I just don't like how
they never lose. They never lose. They do themselves.
Yeah. That's the one thing about Brett and all his teams. His teams have never lost a game. They've only lost because, oh my God, he fumbled. Oh my God, he threw it to
The
the
refs.
wrong receiver. Like
My OC, his coordinator. He's the coordinator killer.
Big time. But
Yeah.
that's it. I don't know. You guys got any interesting game? Any underdogs? Last week the underdogs were pretty good. Like the outright winners. Any underdogs you see winning outright?
I like the Rams, man.
The Rams are getting points.
Yeah,
The Rams are getting points.
I like
too.
them. Yeah, they beat them, like I said in the notes. They beat them last year with Carson Wentz and with no Kittle. And this time they have no Kittle, no Debo, and no what you call it?
CMC.
Again,
Yeah,
they beat them
see,
last year
Matt-
with Carson Wentz.
I'm gonna give you an underdog. I'm gonna give you the underdog of the week. The underdog that's gonna win outright. You ready for this, Sock? The Carolina Panthers are gonna beat the Raiders tomorrow.
Okay.
That's disrespectful.
I mean,
That's
Like I
disrespectful.
said, if we lose that game, I'll be here with a kick.
My underdog of the week. My underdog of the week are none other than them boys right there. Them boys right there. They're gonna win
I know
outright.
you and DP Rock are gonna talk shit. I got the Cortez Kennedy jersey on today. My man Tez from Miami. That's your boy,
I
Tez
like
from
I
Miami,
like
right?
the way
When you used to
Jaden
like the
Daniels is
Hurricanes.
playing right now.
What's up?
Right now it looks like it's a tie between the Giants wide receiver and Jaden Daniels for rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year right now. It's
For
like
2
it's
weeks,
between
bro?
them two.
Damn, man, you 2 weeks already?
No, have you seen how Caleb Williams been playing? His offensive line is horrible. He has no time back there.
And they were supposed to have a good. Their offensive line was supposed to be good.
Yeah.
It didn't show up.
You got to credit that. I mean,
Somebody
because the
need to
Texans.
send them daggone memo.
No, but the Texans D line is pretty solid. They got a good defensive line too, though. So you got to credit.
What that got to do? Okay, what happened in the first week?
Okay.
They played against New England.
Yeah. Oh no, you're talking. I thought you were talking about the Bears. I thought you were talking about the Bears.
Who the Bears played the first week?
They won the first week, right? They pulled it out. Was it the Titans?
The defense won. Yeah, they played the Titans. The Titans. Yeah. The defense won. Offense didn't do nothing. That man had 82 yards passing.
Yeah.
Offensively. Yeah, 82 yards passing. Offense didn't do anything. The defense won that game.
Yeah. Real quick, since Sock and 503 came up late, any thoughts on the fight? We talked about the fight in the beginning, AJ and Dubois.
It was entertaining. I mean, these fights that happen out in the UK. I mean, I get a kick out of them. I mean, 96,000 fans. That's something on my bucket list. I got to go out to a fight over there. It's just an amazing event. And then you see the celebrities out there. It seemed like a real fun time. Now the actual fight itself, Anthony Joshua looks done. He looked weak. His mechanics were off. And Danny Dubois, a lot of people were expecting him to just like kind of spit the bit, a choke. He looked like a 6'5" Mike Tyson over there. I mean, he was on AJ all night. He was able to fight through adversity because I thought there was a point that he might have left Joshua off the hook. He could have taken him out earlier. And I'll tell you what, the referee really had a bad night. And when Joshua was on that bottom rope, if that had been Dubois, they would have stopped that fight then and there. So big props to Dubois. You talk about a guy who went from being a big prospect, then people thought he was a fraud after the Joyce fight. Now he's the real deal, and he's probably the third best heavyweight in the world. Sky's the limit. He's only 27, and he seems to be improving. So I think Anthony Joshua shouldn't be fighting again. But I think he will.
Hey.
I think he will, but I don't think he beats another big guy.
Hey, AJ nose is looking like this from all these straight jabs that he was getting.
Yeah, you stupid. 503, what you thought?
Nah, man, I'm not gonna lie. D Free absolutely right, bro. He looked like a clown, man.
Yeah.
you know, Daniel Dubois came out there. He kind of reminded me of old school Mike Tyson. He had the towel, he had the all black on, looked like he ain't had no socks on.
Mhm.
And you know, he stood on that. He came out blazing, bro. And I think AJ biggest mistake in a fight to me, bro. He had his hands too low,
Yeah.
and he was the aggressor. Why are you the aggressor? You should be letting Dubois come to you. If you hurt, you steady coming to him, and you getting knocked all upside the ring, bro. It didn't make no sense. And AJ, he was fighting off pure heart and will. He like the game plan. Soon as he got hurt, bro, the game plan went out the window. And even in the round where they stopped the fight, I want to say that was the 4th round, bro. He hit Dubois with a good right hand, and instead of bagging up and resetting, bro, he walked straight into Daniel Dubois, and that's how he got caught.
And he's
With
very
a short,
heavy-handed, Dubois, because
yeah,
Dubois rocked him, like kind of grazed him. Now I think it's probably some residual effect from that first round. I don't think Joshua fully recovered, but that's a heavy-handed man. You know, that was that was very impressive. You know, if Dubois doesn't get the winner of Fury and Usyk, I probably would favor him against anybody else. So, at this point,
I feel like they'll probably get Zhang a title shot. I mean, Zhang is pushing like 42, so I could see maybe Zhang.
That's an interesting fight.
Zhang is Warren, right? Zhang is a Warren guy, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so I could see that. I could see Warren putting both his guys, you know, for the title.
Man, Frank Warren has been kicking Eddie's ass, man. Like
Yeah.
this is supposed to be the get back for him putting that fucking beat down on you in the 5-on-5.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like it's all bad for Matchroom and Eddie right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking crazy right now. I seen him get into it with Devin Haney. Berlanga just lost to Canelo. Now this shit, like
it's really bad for him. And then what he's got coming up with Jack Catterall, right? Is that him? Jack Catterall and Regis.
Yeah.
I think Catterall smacks him up.
I think so.
He also got the Better Beef Bivol. Better Beef and Bivol as well.
Better Beef and Bivol, right?
Bivol, yeah. Me myself personally, man, if AJ and if Eddie Hearn can't convince Frank Warren to give them a rematch or pay the fuck out of Daniel Dubois for the rematch, I think Daniel Dubois deserves a title shot with Usyk or Fury. And I would say finally now, man, get the fans what they want to see, bro. AJ versus Wilder. I mean, it makes all the sense in the world now. Makes all the sense in the world, bro.
I don't know if people. I mean, there'll be people that want to see it, but I don't know if people want to see it now. You know that we were talking about that earlier. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch it, but I don't know if I'm eager to see it.
Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to see it. Like I said, I don't want to see Wilder in the ring no more. After what I saw those last 2 fights, Wilder's 39 years old. He don't. It's nothing for him to prove. You done it. I mean, you done all you want to do. Unless you fighting for a title, what is the purpose? You not. It's no purpose. You got money. It ain't like you need the money. You got money. It's no purpose. They should have fought you when you was in your prime. When he was in his prime. Yeah. That was a good fight then. But now it's like 2 old guys. It's like Holyfield and Mike Tyson having a rematch.
No, it ain't. Come on, it ain't that bad, bro.
I have a question. Is Anthony Joshua the heavyweight version of Amir Khan?
Somewhat. I mean,
I think there's some parallels.
He might be. He might be. He might be. Out of all the heavyweights, he might have the weakest chin. He might have the weakest chin out of all the heavyweights. Because even when we saw Big Baby get hit, Big Baby wasn't looking like Joshua. Big Baby got hit with some clean shots, and he was still good. Joshua got hit with clean shots, and that man was on skates the entire round. Every time he got hit with a clean shot. And I said that. I said, AJ is going to be good until he get caught clean. Once he get caught clean, he going to fold. And that's exactly what happened. He remembered what happened with that Andy fight, and that man folded. He was like, nah, I can't do it. So I don't know if he's ever going to be able to get back to a championship. I don't think he will. But at this point, AJ need to go ahead and take on some of these light competition. Don't get in there with you. Definitely better not get in there with Mark McCauley. Mark McCauley is going to put him out for good. It's going to be done.
Nah, he ain't fighting McCauley, bro. He ain't fighting McCauley. D Free trying to get that man sent out on the stretcher, man.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Don't do that. Don't do that.
The heavyweight division is really interesting. I mean, because a lot of these guys have kind of redeemed themselves. Joseph Parker is still around, and he had a good 2023 and 4. So that's another guy who's going to be in the mix in 25.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people they giving Joseph Parker a lot of credit, but you got to look at who he beat. He beat an old Wilder and he beat an old Zane. Now, yeah, granted, Zane did beat Herkovich. I mean, Joe Joyce. Granted, he
should have beat Herkovich. He got robbed.
He got robbed against. Yeah, he got robbed against.
Yeah, he got robbed in that. He got robbed in that. But he's still 41 years old. The man, 41 years old.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they're gonna get Zhang a title shot eventually. They're gonna give him one. They're looking at the money. They're gonna try to put him maybe if he gets a title, maybe make him fight in China one time. I can see it happening. So I'm sure they're gonna try to get Zhang a title shot somehow. But I'm gonna go. I gotta get off. I gotta do something. But next week we're probably gonna go either early because next week is really busy. I got the Yankee game on Thursday, and then I'm going to the Xander and the Shushu. They fight this Friday, so I'm going to be at the fight. And then next Saturday, I'm going to go to my daughter's school. So I'm going to aim to go on Wednesday, maybe right after D-Free, after you go live. Maybe I'll do it, and we'll just do the football picks Wednesday because, or maybe we'll just do it on yours and just kind of merge it somehow. But we'll figure it out.
I'm about to say, I do mine on Thursday. So if you do it Wednesday, that's cool. I do mine
Okay,
Thursday.
because Thursday is going to be tough. I'm going to Yankee game Thursday night. And then Friday I got the fight. So, and that's an all-day thing. So, cool. But I'll let you guys know. And then I'm going to post everybody's picks on the community board. I got to get Brett's picks. I'll post it there and we'll see how we do. But, I appreciate you guys for coming on. This was pretty good. Different time as usual, but the schedule, this is what the schedule permits. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, this was dope. This was good. Hope everybody hits their picks. Hope Brett loses all his picks. I hope the Raiders lose.
All right. Hey, man. If you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right. So
hey, all I can lose every pick I got. I just need to hit the Baltimore and the Saints pick, and I'm good. I can lose every pick I got. As long as I hit Baltimore and Saints.
You don't want the Commanders to win, ain't that? That's the one you really want to win.
Listen. If the Commanders lose and Philly lose and Dallas lose, we still in first place because we're in first place now. So we still in first place. So it don't matter.
Talk your shit.
It don't matter.
I mean, that's because ain't nobody else had a division game yet.
Right. That's what I said. So we'll still be in first place. So as long as they lose, I don't mind of us losing. I mean, it is what it is.
All right. It's going to be tough. I mean, it's a road game, right? Where is it? It's in Washington, right? Or is it in Cincy? No, I think it's in Cincinnati.
It's in Cincinnati Monday night.
I think it's in Cincinnati. Yeah, that's why it's a big favorite. So, yeah, that's an interesting game. It's a must-win. I think it's a must-win for Cincinnati. T. Higgins is supposed to be back, so now they're gonna he'll have both his weapons. So we'll see what happens. But
and that make it even better if we win and T. Higgins and Dubois is there. That makes it even better.
You got DP Rocker's number on speed dial?
Oh yeah, I got it. I got his number. He already know. He going hit. He already know he going hit.
I'm instigating. And of course, I forgot to say it. I hope the Niners lose too, because I know Tyrone's watching. I know he's a Niner fan, and I hope they lose too. So, but Tyrone, I'm gonna hit you up later. By the way, if you're watching, I'm gonna hit you up. But yeah, that's all I got. I'll catch you guys next week, hopefully Wednesday.
All right,
fellas.
All right, be safe, guys.
Coming with champ of the world. Shout out to TD Sports. Let's go, chat.